Hey, I'm here to talk about something that we've been going all over the Treasure Valley and talking about, and that's pelvic floor dysfunction and urinary incontinence. Typically, when we talk about these things, there are three basic ideas that we bring up that are really important, and I want to go over those again today with you. The number one thing that we talk about is being able to move well. If you can move well and learn how to deadlift well and learn how to squat well, that can help resolve a lot of your issues. And that's number one here. Idea number one, move well. If you have a coach, that's typically their job is to teach you technique and teach you how to move properly. We do it as well, but it's not much of a focus for us as the other two ideas here. The second idea that we talk about a lot is being able to brace well. Bracing is super important when you're lifting heavy weight, and that's usually when a lot of urinary incontinence occurs, or jumping, just like double unders or on the trampoline. Being able to brace your spine is an important movement that you need to learn how to do. And the reason why it's so important is not only do you, when you brace your spine, are you creating pressure on your spine. I'll make a little spine right here. But you have this bag of contents that sit down here underneath the diaphragm. You have so many organs that sit here. I'll name a couple, but out of the diaphragm, you have your stomach and your intestines here. Beautiful. You have reproductive parts. You have a bladder here that turns into your urethra. We'll put a little uterus right here as well. And so you have a lot of stuff that's going on. Kidneys and liver and spleen and gallbladder. So you have a lot of contents inside this bag. And if it's not moving well, because you have these little holes down here, if pressure is applied incorrectly, you can have pressure and some of the contents move down or inferiorly. You can also have them move up superiorly. And so you might experience heartburn or indigestion or things like that because of that. So learning how to brace here at the pelvic floor, diaphragm, as well as the abdomen muscles is really important. And the goal is that you create really good pressure all around so that your pressure isn't just drawn in here. Because what happens is, just like a balloon, if we apply pressure this way and we have a spine that's pretty rigid and not going to move, the contents are the pressure is either going to move down or up, resulting in the same issues such as urinary incontinence and other pelvic floor dysfunction. The last thing we talk about, the last idea, is being able to breathe well. Coordinating your breathing during movements is really critical. In fact, as our diaphragm contracts and we breathe in, our diaphragm moves down, much like a piston. So it moves down. And then what happens is that as we exhale, our pelvic floor lifts up. So we have a really cool piston with contents inside of it moving up and down. What we don't want is actually this compression system going on. We want this to flow real nice and smooth. And so breathing well during your deadlift, during your double unders, during your jumping on the trampoline time with your kids, jerking overhead, anything heavy that requires bracing usually requires really good breathing as well. So these three ideas together are really simple, but done well, it can be really effective for reducing urinary incontinence and other pelvic floor dysfunction symptoms. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, because remember that when you don't have any symptoms, life's a whole lot better.